Let me start by saying that Congressman John Lewis was a remarkable man who made an historic impact on our country. But this bill isn't about his legacy. It's about fundamentally rewriting election law based on several false notions. It's built on the premise that New Jersey is a place where it is hard to register to vote. That simply is not true. It's built on the premise that New Jersey is home to widespread voter intimidation, despite no county and not one of 564 municipalities ever being subject to federal oversight under the Voting Rights Act for discriminatory practices. We just had a presidential election which did not produce any of the issues that this legislation raises. And it discounts the role of our county boards of elections, whose professionals not only represent every race, creed, and background, not to mention party affiliation, but who do their jobs with fidelity to the law. Instead, it centralizes the administration of New Jersey's elections in the court system and turns the Office of the Attorney General from an advocate to counties, ensuring they are following the law, into an adversary, prosecuting civil rights cases against counties who would have to lean on a new and redundant state agency. Under current law, the Attorney General's office represents county boards of elections. They field all sorts of questions throughout the process on how to handle specific issues that come up throughout an election. The Attorney General's office provides counsel that is clear, timely, consistent, and free. That process works. Instead, this legislation calls for a new department in the Department of Treasury, of all places. I guess they had the desk space. I still don't understand that aspect. That is going to be doing the job the Attorney General already does. And when you look at the list of causes of action, judges in New Jersey would be able to overturn election results, redraw district boundaries, change the dates of elections, increase the size of a town council or other governing body, change the deadline for returning ballots, change the method of an election, such as ranked choice voting, change the length of someone's term in office. In other words, totally reinvent major election processes. Isn't that our job as elected legislators? Another aspect to this that's going to be problematic is putting voters into different buckets of protected classes like race, ethnicity, language, sexual orientation, none of which is information that a board of elections collects. When you go to vote, they know your name, your address, your birthday, and your party affiliation. That's it. There is nothing in the statewide voter registration system that captures your race, your ethnicity, your language, your sexual orientation. Boards of elections would have none of the evidence to determine that discrimination is occurring. And yet, those are the criteria under which a county board of election may be sued, and as a prima facie case. Under the bill, each of New Jersey's counties would need to hire language professionals to cover all of the native languages that are spoken by at least 2% of the county's population. The federal government standard is 10%. Who's paying for that delta? And on top of all of that, for good measure, it outright bans voter ID, a common sense safeguard supported by 80% of New Jerseyans. This is an over-engineered solution. It is far outside the mainstream of prudent policymaking. It makes the job of our county boards of elections infinitely harder. It adds costs to counties and municipalities, and it grows the state bureaucracy in a state without a history of voter suppression. I am a no.